Hello guys, welcome to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to use the software imator to make your own Minecraft animations. Alright guys, let's get straight to the tutorial. Welcome to the tutorial, third time's the charm here. Alright, so this is the page you want to download the newest version of Minimator on. Removes the watermark, it's free. And I'll also link this one to get a key for Minimator. I'll leave a link to this. This is how you upgrade Minimator. So, it'll give you a key, you just punch it in. Alright, depending on what operating system you're on, you're going to want to select Windows, Ubuntu, or Mac OS. So Windows 32 bits only for like really old systems. So just go Windows installer. It'll work probably. If it doesn't, go back. I've already downloaded this before, so we're just gonna skip over that. You're just gonna double click it. It's gonna open up. You're gonna accept all the shit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna want to come to this one, not this one. This one will get you an older version of Minimator. You can go here and then click learn more, because if you get this version you'll get 1.2.9, but you're gonna want to get this one, which is the newest version. Go down to here. All right, so I'm just gonna open it up. I already have this project made. I have one animation on it, so yeah, I'm just gonna show you from here, because again, this is like the third time I've done this. So you just want to go file, new project, name your project, and so you click here. This is how you kind of add shit to your scene, add a human. We're going to add Steve. I'm not going to actually use Steve because I like this character look better. And you can add a head like we got here. We actually have an animation to this head, so move it up, move it down, or whatever. You know, Very cool. This is one of the simplest animations. I really like the look of it though, just because the squash and stretch or whatever, which I feel like we don't see a lot in 3D animation, but I feel like it's just important as it is in 2D animation, you know. So yeah, so that's the animation. You can see we can go up here, project properties, We're gonna close this or whatever. Yeah, so this is the camera. So when you are done, making your animation, you're gonna want to have a camera. That's how it's gonna actually show. You can see right here. This is our camera. This is what our camera is seeing. So we can move it up and down. It goes along with it. We're gonna keep it kind of right there. So render. This is how you actually export your animation. You're gonna hit render animation or image, depending on if you're just trying to like render an image or an animation. I know some people might use this for like thumbnails or something, so that's what render image would be used for. I always go FHD. It's gonna default to HD. I like FHD, which is 1080p, 1920 by 1080. MP4. That is probably the best format. High 30 FPS is enough. Gamers, you don't need 60. 30 looks fine if you're not actually playing a game. It looks fine. Don't fuck it up. It's gonna take way longer to render or something. Not worth it. And if you see this preset, this is how good it looks when you export it. Like like physics more shit. The highest you're gonna want to do is balanced. You can have a 2-second animation on extreme and it'll take like 8 minutes. Just do balanced. It doesn't look that much worse. And so we're gonna close the renderer settings. So we got project settings. I don't know what tempo means, to be honest. This is just the frame rate. We're gonna go keep it at 24. And environment, you can change the time. I know this is really important. We can go like here, go here. It also affects the shadow because of the sun's position. We're gonna keep it right about here. You can change the Minecraft sky to be custom. So as you see here, we can add an image. I don't know what image I would add, but you can choose different sun textures. Really, really cool. I know on the older version I was using, I don't think this was a feature. You can change the biome, so we can go desert. And another really important thing I like to add is go into here, go to scenery. You can actually import from your own worlds. So import from world. I don't have a world because I haven't done that yet on this install I did before. You just want to, when you're first launching the software, it'll say like a version at the bottom left, and that will be the version it'll be checking for worlds in, I believe. So just make a new like Minecraft install or whatever, and make worlds in there, make your scene. And if you don't want to make your scene, you can actually go. Well, no, not there. You can actually go in here, go to browse. They have some of their own shit. Like we got buildings, abandoned house. Yes. All right, and then you hit create, and as you can see, we now have an abandoned house. We can just like put it over here, and you can really sick. You can, animate all the doors and shit, animate the chest. And they're actually really cool. We got more shit. I've actually used some of these schematics myself. In like in the opening animation, you'll see nature, and I used the forest schematic to make the nature in the background of the opening animation for this video. So it's very useful, because most of the time if you're building a set, you're gonna want to do a flat world, and then you won't have any nature or anything in the background, so you can just paste that as the background, you know. So now I'm actually going to teach you a little bit about the animation. I'm going to make another one of these ball animations, like this. Look, let me play it. We got another, like a ball animation. I'm going to make another one of these because I feel like this is the simplest animation that actually explains how to animate. So we're going to go, I'm actually going to use the same exact one. I'm just going to delete its keyframes real quick. Delete keyframes. All right. First I like to do is I like the ease, like kind of easing in or whatever, which I think means it goes faster. So we're gonna go like this, and then we're gonna take longer for it to fall down. So as you can see, it takes 10 seconds, well, 10 frames to fall, 5 seconds to go in the air. All right, and one thing's important. If you don't have a base frame, you want to set its base position, or as you can see, it'll just be in the air at the first frame and then take longer to fall down. So you want to make sure you put it where it needs to be. There has to be a frame on frame 1 before you move it. All right. So now, pretty simple. What I like to do, it looks all right. It's nothing special. But what I like to do is when it actually touches the ground, I like to go to the scale tool, and I like to scale it wider, scale it down, so it kind of squashes, and then not very long later, like maybe five frames later, we're gonna put it back to like a normal size, and it kind of mimics that squash and stretch feel of 2D animation. So as you can see, that looks so much better than it did before. Let's look at it through this window. Let's just increase the size real quick. Oh, 1 second. All right, well, you know what it looks like. What I like to do when I'm animating, if you have a second monitor, I like to put the camera animation in my second monitor just so I can see what the camera's seeing, because you know, you kind of want to shorten the work as much as you can. So if you can take shortcuts, like if your camera can't see something, you don't really have to animate it. Then, like if let's say her name is now Jessica, let me go get like a block or something, and let's say she's off screen. Just pretend this doesn't look terrible. Pretend she's off screen. I don't have to animate her walking until she gets to this point right here where I can actually see her. So her she can literally just start here, and then whenever your time is that you want her to walk off, you can animate her then. But you know, you just kind of want to like cut corners as much as you can, because animation takes time, a lot of time, more time than most people would think. So just cut as many corners as you can, as long as it doesn't actually affect the animation process. All right, so I think this is about as short of a video as I can make that actually gives you, all the stuff you want to do. So yeah, this is pretty good tutorial, I would say. So go download Minimator and start animating for yourself. I mean, it is amazing. This software is great, dude. I'm not even trying to glaze, but I wanted to try to get into animation, and Blender just seems like so challenging to start, even though they have all these plugins. But it just works, dude. All right, guys, comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.